Okay, welcome back to Happy Chapter. And today it's not so much a happy story, but we can turn it into a happy story for the future, and it's death. So, what I find is that when somebody passes, that they're forgotten just like that. And it's so easy for us to fall back into place and habits and forget what has happened, but I do believe it's better if we look at why things happen the way they happen, like why someone passes away, what was the story that took up to that, and because everything relates to what happens in someone's life, the whole energy of what created to that moment in time. So when I look at it, I like to look at the whole story, the whole outline that created to this moment in time of that death. Because if we can look at it in that sense and see what the happenings was that created to come to that point, then there's always a time for an intervention to sway off that path. No matter how late it may seem on, there's always time to make that change and make that difference. So I like to look at it as in, if we look at the path that created to such darkness that we would see in the physical form, then we could see the times and the moments, the pivotal moments, where there could be a change made to help people. But instead, what we seem to do is forget about what's happened. They're gone. Doesn't matter anymore. Let's just fall back into place and do what we've always been doing. But that's not going to help anyone, and that just means then it's okay for this to happen, and it's okay for people to fall into these paths without actually looking to help people. We're just ignoring it. And I believe if we start looking at it and analysing it and seeing where we see somebody going wrong, to try to step in, to try to help them, to try to make that difference in their life, and point it out, whether it be hurtful on the person to receive whatever a person's trying to do or say towards them, at least you're making that effort to recognize it so they can recognize it in themselves. And it will be down to them then if they make that change or not. But if there's enough people around making them influences, then that person's gonna notice, and it could help many of lives, and maybe not see so many deaths. Just my point of view. Love and peace to you all.